Stop with the boring brainstorming sessions where you have one contributor. Somebody else might be doodling silently, and others are trying to turn off their camera. I used to think that brainstorming was simple, obvious, easy. Wrong. Over the years, I've identified some amazing tools to get the best solutions and ideas up on that board. Hello, process improvers. Thanks for joining today. Let's talk about brainstorming in the improve phase. The best brainstorming sessions prioritize quantity over quality. The more ideas we get up on the board, the more creative solutions we can explore. It's not a time to debate what will work or shut down people's bad ideas. It's a space where the growth mindset needs to thrive and the analytical part of our brains can take a break. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 quick techniques you can use to get awesome ideas out of your team. Number 5, silent brainstorming. Inherently, as people, we want to please others. When we brainstorm together, we may lose our confidence to share some of those creative ideas, shutting down avenues of thought before they even blossom. Give your team 5 to 10 minutes to silently brainstorm their ideas, writing them down on a piece of paper. Then go around the room and let each team member share one idea at a time. If someone doesn't have one, that's okay. Our intent isn't to force them to share ideas, but to make them comfortable and inspire them to come up with new ideas. Number 4, what if? What if you were CEO? What if it was your money on the line? What if you were 10 times bolder? If you're struggling to get thoughts from the team, allow them to put themselves in someone else's shoes or in a different role. This may unlock their willingness to share ideas that they think that person or that scenario would propose, reducing the risk they're taking when they share their ideas. Number 3, how can we make it worse? You've likely spent more than a dozen hours on this problem, and the team knows so much about it. What if your mission was to make it worse instead of better? How much worse could you make it? Most of our variables in a process move both ways. You adjust one way, it gets worse. You adjust the other way, it gets better. By focusing on what could make it worse, you can evaluate your controls and determine if you can tighten up any processes so the cause is eliminated or the variable controlled. Number 2, our 5 senses. In brainstorming, we tend to focus on locking ideas solely by deep thought. But by linking pathways in the brain, we can actually unlock new and creative ideas. Ask the team to talk about what they see, hear, feel as in touch, smell, and taste when they think about this process or this problem. For sound, maybe there's a song they associate with it, or a sound when the failure happens. With sight, maybe a color or object comes to mind. You may even want to play a related video or a video from when you did a site tour, or even go out and do another Gemba walk before you brainstorm. As you bring these ideas to the table, transition the team into thinking about those improvements after associating with those 5 senses. Number 1, drawing the future. It never fails that teams struggle to understand the value in their processes. They get hung up with the bureaucracy and all the right and wrong. Breaking through this when brainstorming for improvement can be painful. As the facilitator, it can be so clear, but the team just doesn't see it. However, time and time again, this activity seems to magically unlock the door, opening it wide not just for improvement, but for innovation. This activity was first introduced to me when I studied at Imperial College of London. Ensure everyone has a blank piece of paper and a lot of pens and pencils with different colors. Give the team about 10 to 15 minutes, and what they're going to draw is, what does this process look like in 2060? I don't tend to put a lot of rules on this, only that they each work on their own drawing. The real power of this activity comes when they share their drawing, and it is amazing to see how many have a similar vision or a wildly different vision of the future. Suddenly, the improvements are about reaching this future vision, breaking down all the walls and barriers between today and that future state, putting that value forward because now they can see it easier without all the bureaucracy and walls that we have today. Brainstorming may be one of the most critical parts of a DMAIC improvement project. Getting the most ideas up on the board is essential. I love to see around 20 or 30 ideas for improvement. I don't shut people down or tell them that things are impossible. I use something like an impact versus ease matrix or voting for us to narrow down to those ideas we actually want to implement or research. By making it more objective than subjective, people don't feel as embarrassed or shut down after they've shared their ideas. I also recommend that you set aside at least 30 minutes just for brainstorming and maybe don't exceed an hour and a half. Best of luck brainstorming and happy improving.